Good afternoon, evening, time. How are you doing, guys? How are you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome to the channel of Dean White Blind Visioneer. Okay, guys, I must say thank you for coming in. Those who are on the way, please remember to drive safely or arrive safely. Please and thanks. Today, it's on, right? Okay, guys, today, Dean White, Blind Visioneer, is going to be talking or discussing very serious situation and aspects of life. Now, the subject for today is all about sex and, situations and so on. So we are discussing issues that continue to affect both male and female. And before I get into any such discussion, I'd like everyone to know that no children is allowed to be on this platform presently. I am not planning to pull any punches. I will be straightforward when speaking. I will try my best to speak in a manner that persons watching will understand. I do not want my viewers to be saying children is on the line. This is not the space for children presently. This is the space for everyone who loves to have intercourse, everyone who likes to feel penis inside their vagina, and every penis who loves to have a vagina on it. Now understand this plain and straight. We're not talking about anything else. I will be going into vivid details, straightforward details, maybe life issues, understanding of the female and male body, and so on. I do not even know how long this live is going to be, but anytime it's up, it's up. Okay, guys? Just note plain and straight that we're here to have a very arty discussion. Please make your comments. Please interact and contribute. Please interact and contribute with the platform and the hosts of the platform. And presently, I want everyone to realize that we are talking about a subject that is supposed to be a very blessed subject. And right now, I do not want you guys to be focusing in my eyes. I really want you to focus on our conversation. And so, as I have said, no children. And apart from that, I want to state or start by saying sex. It is something that is very, very exciting. It is an aspect of life that many people loves. As a matter of fact, where sex is concerned, some of us, like myself, love sex more than food. They will tell you that food is the starve of life. And for some Jamaican meal like myself, sex might be the start of life, not food. People need to understand, yes, we need food to nourish our body, but sex to nourish the soul, the mind, and uplift the spirit. Now, when I speak to you about sex, I'm not talking about any sex than a sex between a man and a woman. Okay? Now, a lot of persons have their own notions of sex or intercourse. And even though they have their own notions of sex and intercourse, we need to understand that, yes, to each his own. I am not going to be telling you that I am against persons that might have questionable sex preference. I am just not going to be someone who is going to be taking part in their questionable sexual activities or support their questionable sexual activities. I believe that really and truly the Lord gave us sex for a very specific reason. He gave us sex to repopulate the earth, which means that we are supposed to bring forth children during intercourse. And apart from that, we are supposed to enjoy sex completely. Now, the funny thing about this is from time to time you will hear persons telling their children to abstain from sex. And I want to tell you that I do not believe that a man or a woman should go through their entire life without sexual intercourse. The truth about it is the moment you get a piece of the pum pum or the female get a touch off of the body, you will find out that nothing will be the same anymore. These sex organs at times might bring pain into your life, but they also bring a lot of pleasure. Okay, guys? A lot of pleasure. Now, I want to say to you that our Lord God Himself gave us sex. He gave us the ability to have sex. What He did not give us the ability to do is to have immoral sexual activities. He wants us to have moral sexual activities. Sex is legal in the eyes of God, and that is the reason why He said that we should be married. When you are married, what happens there is that you have now acquired your own partner, and after acquiring your partner, you should know fully that is your responsibility to satisfy your partner sexually. Whether it's a man acquiring a woman or it's a woman acquiring a man. Once they are married, the two have become one. It means that a one body fear go up in the pum pum there. You understand me? And the pum pum the fear only go up on the one body. You know, means the pum pum fear share. You understand me? Even though it have two jaw and it's split in at two, is one it have. And it's one body it fear get. Now people need to understand this plain and straight. Yes, especially some female, we are going to tell you plain and straight. Say, yo, I feel them own. I them own it. I them have it. I them care it. I them wash it. And all of that. But persons need to understand, say, based upon how the Lord set our thing, the moment a man is married, his body does not belong to him anymore. Or the female is married, hers does not belong to her anymore. So now for the time, some things will go on where people are deal with all form of things. Listen, we are going to go down into some serious detail, guys. We're going to go down into some serious details, and I need you to understand a few things. The Lord God Almighty is not against sex. He's against wrong sexual activities. Man having sex with man, woman having sex with woman, man having sex with animals, female having sex with animals, female having sex with family members, male having sex with female family. These are the type of things that the Lord is against. Now, you need to understand that the way how the Lord wants man and woman to have sexual intercourse, the Lord has gone ahead as to put something in his Bible. Now, a lot of us believe to ourselves that because we might get little pum pum from a girl, and the girl might say, yeah, she love you, or you might state say you love the girl and gonna have intercourse. That is what constitutes a active, pleasurable sexual relationship. I want many people to understand and know that this is not always the case. No, sex is like an art. Okay? You have to put time into your sexual activity. What you put into the relationship or into the sexual act is what you get out. Okay? You do not want to have intercourse and go in there with a lazy meditation mood and expect to get 100% activity there. You have to realize that if you really want to have a very enjoyable sexual relationship with someone, you have to study your partner, and you and your partner have to be on the same page. Now, even though we're not getting the serious details yet, understand what I say when I say you and your partner have to be on the same page. As a man, I need to get this straight, you know. As a man, you can be a man where you can only sex your woman pum pum twice a week. And after you done twice a week, you can't go no further. You can't manage not more. And you get involved with a female where want to have sex every day of the week. You get yourself involved with a female like that, where you can only get her 2 times a week and she wants it 7 times a week, which means she wants it every day for the week. And if you even want to get her 14 times for the week, she don't have a problem. She welcome it. She not back down. As a matter of fact, if you refuse, she even not gonna ask your feet. She would want to hold you down and take it. You need to know plain and straight. So with a female like that, you need to let go. You need to take care of yourself. You need to end the relationship and make the woman stay till the right man for she come about. Because you is going to be there in a situation where this female is going to be unsatisfied. And you are going to feel embarrassed, insulted, right? And disrespected when the female continue to look at you and tell you that, listen, I want somebody. And when she tell you, say she wants somebody, you tell her, say, boy, your back hurt you, your neck hurt you, your crutches hurt you, your this hurt you, that. She don't want to hear that. That's not fair business. What she want to know is that she wants something stiff for work pan, angle herself pan, make sure so when time she done, she tired and fall asleep and her body relax. You understand me? It relax her nerves, her mood, and get her back down to earth. You understand me? Make all of the agitation gone and these things. When you know with your pat down self now, take up somebody like that on your head where you can't maintain sexually, the relationship will not work. The same goes to the woman them. You have some woman where they meet a man and when them just meet the man, them and the man a deal, them and the man a roll. You see what I see? And every day them dash it up on the man. It reach a stage where them brought the man in a thing where the man a get it day and the man a get it night. So when you look at good all 14 times for the whole week, the man get it because in a day him get it, in a the night him get it, and then them broke him that way. The man getting at the rhythm now and a angle himself on that level. You understand me? After that female moving or that female decides that yeah, the man belongs to she lock shop. You get what me I say? Everything cut off. She a make you know plain and straight say listen, she can't manage that, you know. She not this, she not that, Ray and what have you. It does not make any sense. If you are not going to be able to keep up with the level of sexual intercourse that you start out with, it's no sense still having the same partner, knowing that you're not going to be able to please that partner. Because if you can't be able to please your partner with a male or a female, persons are going to get involved in your life. Somebody are going to feel like, say, boy, them not get sufficient sexual intercourse and go give it the pum pum or give it the body. You understand me? Them are going to look upon it and say, yeah, him can't please me, she can't please me. So that means that them have to get other people involved in a relationship. Them have to take a next man or take a next woman. Now, understand something. All these things are things that our Lord God Almighty thought about, knew was going to take place, and even see long before the Bible was written, to the point where he went ahead and gave Moses instructions as to how to deal with this situation. Now, upon a level, if you should take your Bible and go to Deuteronomy 24 and verse 5, you'd realize that the Lord stated plain and straight, say, yes, when a man and a woman meet and get married, the man is supposed to have no other work except in bedroom work to deal with. The man supposed to stay in yard for a year completely and a sex him woman properly. She not supposed to short her sex whether day or night. For the 365 days of the year, she's supposed to get it every day to the point where she's tired of it. It come like a food. To that point, when the man is not there, she's not going to be short. She's not going to lack anything, because the truth about it is, through that period of time, she was serviced so well and properly that she can ease herself and wait till the boss forward back. Wait till the husband reach back in. She's supposed to hold her own. Because if you look at 1 Corinthians 7, you will realize that the Lord also states, give his servant instruction to give us that. At times, a person can take a break from the relationship. When we say take a break from the relationship, take a break. It goes as far as the Bible goes as far as to say, if you even separate, which means at the same time, you and your partner kick off and decide, say, yeah, we have to take like a time out. The moment your pum pum start jump or the body start stand up for other people, it means that if you go back to your partner, go give it to them. Because the fact is, the Bible states that, listen, break for a period of time in such a way that the enemy, right, does not get to tempt you. What it is saying, if it reach a point in the break where the wife pum pum start jump off another man, or the husband body start jump to the point where he might lust off a woman because him see another woman with stiff breasts and, you know, fat pum pum because the front look fat up and the bottom big and all of these things, or it look like she might meet and him say, yeah, right. Once it reach that stage, it means now the devil start tempt you. The enemy start tempt you. Go back to your partner. That is what the Bible states. Make sure, say, you cancel the separation and go back to your partner. Go make sure, say, you get your satisfaction right. So because of your partner, and that is how the Lord meant it to be. The moment you find out, say, you have separated from your partner and the devil start tempt you for give you the pum pum or give you the body, it means that it's time for reconciliation. That is what the Bible states. Now, me agree. So enough of we decide or enough of we look upon it and say, yeah, well, we not work with the Bible. We not believe, we not work with the Bible I say because we know best. But the fact still remains that when me look upon the word of God, me realize that the Lord know everything that is coming. And because of that, he has made provision. You understand me? God put everything out there for we know. And we should know plain and straight say, when the master who see everything and knows everything, know that certain things is going to happen, and him put measures in place, we should follow instructions. We should follow instructions. Now, I'm going to say some things where, on a level, some people might feel hurt, whether male or female. I am not trying to embarrass anybody, disrespect anybody, or picking on anybody. But where sex is concerned, based on my studies, I have realized that when you look at persons that continues to spread infections and sexually transmitted disease, majority of the time, they are females between the age 15 to 39. Majority of the time. These are the females that when you try to have intercourse with them, sometimes the vagina stinks. Yeah, the man them, sometimes them body stink. Sometimes when you look on certain activity and you check them background, the one woman have 4 or 5 man. That don't mean that the older female or the older male might not have multiple partners. But based on experience, I have realized that the older females and the older males at times, they are so inclined and aware with what their body is supposed to be, how their body is supposed to feel, how their body is supposed to smell, that really and truly, as soon as there's any change in odor, they realize and recognize that there's something wrong, and many of the time they seek medical attention. When you check the younger male or females, even though they might feel or they might see symptoms at times, they do not pay that any mind many of the time, because after maybe 2-3 days, the symptoms might be gone and them tell themselves that yes, them good, nothing wrong with them all right. And gradually over a period of time, they continue to infect others with whatsoever sickness or disease might be there in their bloodstream. And when I say based on experience, I realize that the older females normally and quickly try their best to seek medical attention where the hospital is concerned. Now, from time to time, many at a time, we talk truth. Where men is concerned, a lot of us as men is not circumcised. See? Because we're not circumcised, you find out that many of the time, the male carry a odor. Now, the odor is not supposed to be an unpleasant odor. You understand me? No. Many times when we are in the country and you look on a man's penis and draw down the foreskin, and you hear people look on the little, all heap of white cross business on it and them say, boy, body dirty man. You get what I say, you have this, you have that, and them take the rag and soap and rub off that properly and it clean up back and come back to the natural pink where it's supposed to be and everything, and your thing up back. Another day, you have to do the same again. Wash it that way again in order to make sure it continues to smell fresh and proper. Now, What happened where a man is concerned is that from time to time, a man might be feeling a rose, or he might go in bed. After going to in bed, you find out that a lot of us, nature rise in the early morning somewhere there, and after the tension ease off, there's a leakage where liquid is concerned and it goes down between the head of the penis and the foreskin. It stays there, and after staying there for a period of time, then it develops an odor. You understand me? And then form that same little discoloration where you see around the head of the penis when you roll it down. So people will tell you, say, yeah, you're sitting dirty. But at the end of the day, it is not supposed to be smelling stink unless you have an issue. And that means a very serious medical issue. Just as how a female clitoris is not supposed to be smelling stink unless she have a very serious issue. Now, a female having a high concentration where scent is concerned and it might high where rankness is concerned, that is normal. You understand me? As a matter of fact, sometimes as man, some of the time, we like to smell certain little things because we know plain and straight, say just that scent they make you know, say, yeah, the pum pum. All right, I don't know, sick pum pum. I don't know, spoil pum pum. I don't know, pum pum with dirty certain way. You understand me? But at the end of the day, we need to go. Oh, welcome, Miss Royal, welcome. But at the end of the day, we need to realize that this, right? This sort of interaction, right, is something that we need to be aware of. We have to focus on ourselves. We have to observe ourselves clearly, carefully, and we have to make sure that we study our bodies. Okay, guys, we have to study our body. Now, on a level, if you love sex as well as myself, you might think to yourself that, all right, in order to do a very good job or a job properly, you have to be studying very, very, what I would say, seriously. And you have to make sure that every one that you have intercourse with, you study carefully due to the fact that not every female is going to be the same. Not every female is going to respond the same. And not every female is going to be able to handle the same amount of pressure or might want to have the same level of sexual experience. Now, what I mean by this is that growing up as a young man, right, we used to listen to some songs. And one song used to state that we are the stamina daddy for the girl picking, and all the sexy body girl them for run come away. I don't know if you don't realize or remember that song. You know, you used to have songs like Stone. You used to have songs where Power Man I do, Little Lenny, and all of these songs. You understand me? And they were always talking about the pum pum and the performance of man. Now, growing up and listening to these songs, it gives us the belief that when a woman decides to give some pum pum, you have to go up on that and go on bad. You understand me? You have to shove up body in the pum pum and stab it hard, because if you don't stab it hard, you can't please the woman. You understand me? So a lot of youth, while growing up, listening to the elders speak, listening to songs and certain things, you find out that they got this mentality that the woman, every woman want body just stiff and just a thump up them belly bottom as if a boxing match them in a them just a juke and a stab and a go on with that. Some of the man them not even bother with the whining thing. There are men nobody not even whine them no whine. See? And when you hear some people I tell you how them love backers, because them I tell themselves plain and straight, say, yeah, on that position, you know, them can stab woman bad. You know, them can stab woman like a
Jesus, much of it.
why? Leave my device, sir. Please and thanks. Right. Sorry, guys. Just a small interruption. Them get the impression say them have to angle the female them certain way. Them have to stab up the female them belly bottom and them have to cock up foot certain way and what have you. Many of the time, even the positions that they have the female in is causing the female more pain than the sexual act itself. Because to them, you know, once the female a ball, you know, that simply means them going on well. Them a do the work properly. Now, as a young man, I was of the same belief. And I realized after getting some twice from two different female, and when I was finished, them said to me, say, as long as you live, you can't go back on top of me. Me realize, say, that's not what every female want. Some female want cool and deadly. You understand me? Them want a man to make love to them. Now beat them up with the body. You understand me? Them want somebody to make love to them. You understand me? Some females out there don't mind. Yeah, beat them up with the body and hold them choke them and box them down and all these things. But not every female is like that. You understand me? Now, on a level, me no buck none of them one day we want nobody squeeze them throat and box them down. I mean, I think I want buck any of them neither, because where I am concerned, I am a love maker. When I go for make love, I go for make love, not go for war. You understand me? And I don't want anyone that I am going to have to war with. Okay? Now, because we grew up believing that the females want this and want penis to stab out belly bottom and all of that. A lot of us started out joking. We just a stab like we a stab up ice. You understand me? Nothing else. Just a push and a stab. Nothing else. No whining, no go on, no nothing. Now, when we look at this sort of activities and what was taking place, I realized that I had to take a look into myself and my actions based on the fact that two female already tell me, say, me can't get it no more. You understand me? Now, a man must know plain and straight, say, between me and you, make me tell you something. I make me talk to my people them online. Females, you need to understand and realize that males are not mind readers.
Some curse of dance and music is a contributor to that mentality.
That's true, Keres. That's true. It's really a great contributor to the mentality. And at times, too, the behavior. Oh, no, man. Make it go up front, Nadine.
Do this first.
That no one charge? Okay. Sorry, guys. That's true. And many of the time, too, some of the females give the impression that they are ready for what the dancehall artist continues to speak. And because of that, you know, they find out that they get involved into sexual relations that has no pleasure, only pain. Now, when I realized that I had to take a serious look back in what I was doing, I realized that certain things need to change. So me have to start practice certain things, love making. You understand me? Me have to start practice to kiss, which means me have to start practice with suck on the tongue and kiss the lips and kiss the breast nipples, and you know, you have to start incorporate certain things, you know. Kiss a lady on her neck, you get what me I say, and run your tongue over the body little and make it tickle away, and you know, we have to start get into the mood where you realize you have to start incorporate a lot of foreplay in the sexual intercourse and the activity. Now, you have some man really and truly, you know, you see too anxious, them not have no time for that. Because here we're with some people, and a lot of persons don't know this. You see, when a male have an erection, the penis up, stiff and tough for a period of time. You see, if the penis is not engaged sexually, or even a female don't put her hand on it and play with it or stroke it or nothing, that engagement is going to be released, which means after a period of time, because there's no form of sexual engagement, it is going to start relax until it goes down. You see, when it relax and start go down and I go down, because it lose the tension, the stiffness that was there, liquid is going to start seep out of it. So reason while it getting soft, it start leak. Okay, because the tension that was there, no engagement was happening, and because of that, it's like the vibes change. You understand me? Certain things change, so you find out say it a go down. The fact say it start go down now, it release liquid where the people them call sweet water or what have you. You get what I'm saying? So with that in mind, you have to realize that if a youth or another man approach a female, and when them approach the female, them not get to insert the penis in the pom-pom within a period of say 5-10 minutes. To them, you know, really and truly, them start lose interest, and if them start lose interest, them start lose strength. What is that mean? I didn't even take my phone again. Yo, that let go for sure. Bling, just leave my phone, na youth. Yo. Yo, youth, go, man. If them not get engaged in a certain period of time, everything gone. You understand? Man, things dead. Drop flat. You get what I am saying? There's not many men out there who has the willpower.
Yes,
and eh? Experience, baby girl, experience. Now, what you have to understand, you have to then now get up. And as a male, you have to prepare yourself mentally certain way in order to overcome some of these problems. You get what I am saying? In order. Okay, thanks much. Cheers, Royal. Thanks for the support. You have to really practice and mentally strengthen and build yourself in order to really overcome some of these issues. You see, satisfying a female, having a strong, long erection, having meaningful intercourse with the female has to do with the mind. Everything starts in the mind. Okay? Persons need to realize something, that if you do not train your mind in such a way that the anxiousness, you understand me, is not overcome, many at a time, before you even reach the pum pum good, you pop off. And you start have the people them call you weak back, jelly back, because of premature ejaculation. Because really and truly, you know, putting the penis just in the pum pum, because you don't have that mental capacity there to make what I would say, to make I feel like I need to come out of the room. Maybe we need to go outside. Don't see no. See where I'm depend now. Guys, I'm sorry. I'm trying to do a live here, but this grand boy is making sure that him give me everything where me I look for. And right now, the mind is a very important part of sexual intercourse. You see, you will hear persons say at times that, you know, certain things depend on their mind, and because they depend on their mind, them can't have no erection, right? And at another time, you hear a female, when you tell her, say, boy, you want to look like the pump shot, they say, right now, our mind not dead so. So she's trying to tell you that emotionally, she not invested in that right now. When really and truly between a male and a female, when a woman can just cock up her foot and allow you to angle the pum pum, and you want to angle it or go on in it and do what you do, it is not always the same for a man. You understand me? Sometimes really and truly, stress, pressures of the world and everything will make the man have no erection, no former, what I would say, activity where sex is concerned. Him not even comfortably enough to come in even in yard. Also, you can find out that from time to time, persons will check out of the relationship, right? When I say check out of the relationship, what that matter, Nadia? Check out of the relationship. It means that for some reason, them not in love with the partner no more. And because they're not in love with them partner no more, them a give bun. They might see somebody where breast look stiffer, body look bigger, you know, and them tell themselves say pum pum tight, and them a focus on that. So them now want focus on wife where they a yard no more, or the girl where them have a yard, where normally are the one where, you know. Anyway, now sexually, it is very nice to know that you have a partner and you're someone that loves sex, and that partner loves sex as well. It is also very nice to know that you will have a partner that is not afraid to open up or pum pum and make you wind up in it and sorry, wind up in it and enjoy yourself. Okay, it is nice to know when you have this sort of person that you will be able to enjoy your sexual activities more. You will be fulfilled in many aspects because some females at times are the ones who cause sexual intercourse to be uncomfortable or feel. Now, understand what I am speaking about. So, if you don't understand, let me explain. I am not pointing blame, but you have to understand that if emotionally a female does not want to have sex and you ask it and she's just giving it to you because she wants to please you, but she's not interested in coming in her body, in her pum pum, or not like that, but she just agreed to please you, you're going to find out that you're going to be having a few problems. You will find out that she not wine, and normally when time she interested in her that she a wine on the body and she give her vibes. Now, a man like when a woman a wine on the body, give them a vibes, make them know say, yeah, the woman ready for it, you understand me, and you're free, you can do anything with it right, you know. You get what I am saying? That is the vibe that you get. And at the same time, that vibes that tell you plain and straight, so you need to put in the work. You understand me? It also make you know plain and straight, so you better try not to pop down, you know, or come before the woman, because the fact still remains that she in the movie right now, she a wine certain way and a dash out certain level of energy where you can't drop the catch. You understand me? You can't feel, you can't flop on that. You have to just make sure, say, anything she do, you match it, or you make sure, say, you there at a higher energy level in order to satisfy her. Now, you have some females, really and truly, when they are giving you the pum pum, when them vex with you, when they maybe have another man, or them they beg you something where you never have, and them I tell themselves, boy, you know, deserve the pum pum, because woman meditate different, you know, when it come to this thing, you know, brother. The woman they meditate totally different from a man, you know, because let me tell you this. You see, you're a woman way nice and everything are going good. And a woman look on you and say to you, say, she need $100,000 to go to Florida next week. And you tell her, say, you don't have the $100,000, so she can't go to Florida next week. And when you look, even though the pum pum shop no lock, the thing cramp certain way. When she used to give 10 position, now you get one. Maybe you're not even get none too tough. You understand me? When she used to wind up on what have you, in the back of your mind, him not deserve it, you know. Because I tell him, say, I want this to go this, and him tell me about him now have it. And yet still him want come jumping on me. You understand? That is what she's saying to herself.
Journey.
Okay. Big up yourself, my friend. Big up yourself, my friend, Journey. Bless up. Thanks for coming. I appreciate the support. I appreciate you coming by. She tell herself really and truly, say, you know, deserve the pum pum. You understand me? Because to her, she asks you for something and you know, give her the thing what she asks you for. So in the back of her mind, she not interested in her really giving you that. You understand me? So you find out, say, the energy level might down. You get what I am saying? She not willing for wine, she will just lie down the dead and leave you for the way you do. When you take a stack, you have to say, whoop me your foot now, lady. You have to say, then want me, you can't wine. No. Now, let me tell you this now. As a real man where know to deal with intercourse, sex is supposed to be handled in such a way where you don't need to talk to your partner. Your partner respond to you by what they are feeling. Okay? So, when you and your partner start the petting, when you and your partner start the when you and your partner get yourself to the point and the position where you're ready to go throw down agony, right? You look upon the partner and you approach the partner, you bust a kiss upon the partner, you maybe kiss the neck, you know, you grab the partner a certain way, you feel up the body certain way, you get to a point where you tell yourself plain and straight, all right, you know, me have to get my partner a rose in order to get the work mash. You get what I am saying? Now, you know, plain and straight say, if you don't get the partner in the mood, no pum pum na run. You understand me? That is how some women stay. You don't get her in the mood, you can't enter. Right? So you have to make sure plain and straight say when you approach your partner, you check the mood. You try to read the room. You get what I'm saying? You're trying to look on certain things and realize if she is having some issue. You understand me? If she in a little vibes, you try to take her out of the bad vibes mood. If she in the bad vibes, you get what I'm saying? You try to make sure say you listen to her. All when you're not even can do nothing about way, yeah, listen about. She tell you about something you can't do nothing about it. You listen to her, you understand me? Because you know saying in your head really and truly you need some pum pum. So yeah, listen to what your partner say. Listen, yeah, sympathize with her. Yeah, make sure you know say yeah, but at the same time now while you sympathize, you cannot rub her down. You get what I am saying? While rubbing her down, you cannot feel up some little area, my boss. You get what me I say? You put your hands some places and go and do what you do this. So take your little time, you know, so you can really let the partner know your intention. Make them know plain and straight. Say, yeah, try to get them a rose. At times now, the female them will respond. You understand me? They will respond in a positive way where they might take their mind off of whatsoever problem or issue them did meditate pan and decide for dash out the pum pum pan. You get what me I say? No, when time that go on, brother, the fact still remains.
When Dean, what if she is no longer interested in the partner?
No, all right. I'm gonna tell you something. Thanks for that question, Cares. And we need
no amount of what you are saying assist her.
All right. I'm gonna tell you something. Between me and your Cares, on a level, you see, if you don't want a man or a woman, left them. And when I say left them, make them know quick. Make them know early. You see, if you are not interested in somebody, don't string them on. And let me tell you something. What is happening is that persons continue to string and lead on people, even when they don't want them. And it is what causes many different issues in these relationships nowadays. Because really and truly, you know, I'm going to tell you this, you know, and believe me when I tell you, a man will look at a woman, and the man ugly like sin, according to them. Because when you hear a woman say a man ugly like sin, to them, him very ugly. So, in a fair head, she no want that the ugly man they go out with her, par with her, no want nobody see her with the man. But the man have money. And because the man have money, she there, she lead her, and the man, she give him the pumps, she take him things and everything. And then she reach a point now where she tell herself, so, boy, she can't continue with this no further. And she can't this and she can't that. And instead of telling the man plain and straight, say, yo, brother, to tell you the truth, you know, the relationship not gonna work out between me and you, you know, because I don't love you like that. You understand me? I don't love you like that. I would really like if you go on your ways and me go on my ways. Me agree, say, when you tell a person that, many other times you might get a negative effect. But at times you have to bide your time and choose the moment when you tell certain people certain things. You understand me? If these people do this, right, and let the persons know plain and straight that, listen, I am not interested in the relationship anymore. people will realize to the point that to themselves that listen, you know, in a me no more, you know. You understand me? Say better I travel, you know, I go on about my business, you know, or I take for myself and go find somebody else, you know. Because at that time you made it clear to the person that you're not interested, you know, want them, you know, this. But no for the time, some people don't make that clear to the people. Then you get what me I say? Them. Mm-hmm.
Do you think sometimes it's fair why they continue to say because many people believe it's financial and that's not always the case.
Yeah, that is true. Say from time is fear. That is why I said when you go tell certain people certain things, you need to pick and choose when and how you do it. Because really and truly, you can't deal with a man with a shatter. Seeing? And you know, say them the man they make dopey weekly. And then you as a woman get up and I go tell him what you do with say, oh, me no want you no more unless you are a shatter too. You understand me? And he might fear you. But the fact remains, say, you might know in your mind, say, is a man will make dopey. There is a certain level of fear that is there. You understand? You know, I'm going to look on the man and tell him that. What is going to happen? So now for the time, if you really are going to tell him that, make sure, say, you have one apartment or one house somewhere down so where him don't know nothing about or some family member rare, or you maybe have somebody way better than him we can get rid of him or something like that. But at the same time, you don't just jump up and just look on the man and tell him say Ray. Yeah, woman, as a matter of fact, many women smarter than that too. Many women smarter than that. Them not just jump up and just tell people certain things, but at the end of the day, they should know really and truly. So you have to make certain things clear. Look on some woman. I know a woman that I left relationship and man gonna work and when him come home, the house empty. She fear him, she now go tell him, say, boy, it nah work out. When him gonna work, she move out. You understand me? And that is the end of that relationship. So persons do things different ways. You understand me? Enough people do things different ways. Now, on a level, enough people relationship fail. And the reason why it fail, and not because of financial situation. It is not because the people them ugly or them cute. It is not because the people them poor or them not have nothing or nothing like that. Many relationships fail because persons is not able to perform properly in the bedroom.
Nadine,
I said many. I said many. Many relationships fail because enough people can't perform properly in the bedroom to satisfy them partner. There are persons that are in relationship today that has never allowed their woman or their, what I would say, female partner to have an intercourse. To have a orgasm. What me talk about? To have an orgasm. Now, from time to time, many of these relationships, people will know, female were out there were used to come because they might did have a man where before the man even touch them good, them a come. Seeing and used to this sort of bedroom performance. Continue to expect that sort of performance from every man where them there with. Every man where them go have intercourse with them think to themselves that maybe these guys are going to be able to bring them to the point of orgasm. Now, many of the times as male, what wrong with enough of we is that we don't ask questions, and many of the time the females them continue to think that men are mind readers. Now, understand what do I mean. A woman decide to give a man some pum pum. And because she decided to give a man some pum pum, and he's a big man, she tell herself that the man is very experienced. And because he's very experienced, she don't need to tell her in preference. Him supposed to know, say, the moment she bed and come out of the bathroom, him supposed to attack her and do what him a do, get her in the mood, sort her out properly, and make she reach orgasm and feel relaxed and say, yes. You understand me? Now, certain man don't really know much about certain things. Or maybe them they deal with that woman before where she really wants certain form of activity, certain way she deal with certain things. And he might tell himself, say, what go for the goose, go for the gander as well. So what he's trying to do now, the same behavior, the same thing that he used to do to the partner before, is what he's going to do to the present partner that he's with. And when you take a stop, it does not work. Because the woman is there, him pop off, come satisfy for himself, she don't reach anywhere yet. And she's wondering what is happening. Him nah make me come. Him nah come back on top and me come make sure say fix up my business right now. Him nah make sure say me get my satisfaction. And the thing develop animosity. People start have issues. People start quarrel. People start disrespect others because boy you can't make me come so I see how you fit chat to me. All of these things. When you take a start now, you find out that respect is lost. Relationships start breaking down. You understand? Because really and truly, some persons don't take the time out to study their partner. Now, you have to understand this. If you get some pum pum from a woman for the first time, you can't know much about her, you know. And if you ask her, she could tell you plain and straight, say, you're a big man, you're not supposed to question her about that. You're supposed to know if you do your bedroom work. Because they expect that you know how to please a woman, right? No, of course. They expect that you know how to please a woman. So them expect, say, you're supposed to can do your bedroom work. Now, what many females don't know is that not everyone is the same, and not every female is going to respond the same way based on certain situation. All right, let me show you something. You have some female, and me kind of respect my wife when me have right here so to the max. And when I say that, I want to tell you that not every female want them king for suck pum pum, right? And not every king want them woman for suck body. Okay? Don't have a problem with it. You understand me? But at times when you look on it, you know, it seems a bit off. It seems to us at times that, all right, this is out of the norm, because really and truly, we get maximum satisfaction from penetration. You understand me? When my wife comes and skin it out and me comes so boom and drop my hand them under the knee and bring it go way up like me, I bring it under armpit and the pum pum skin out and me feel good. You understand me? So me wind up in it in such a way where me I tell you say it's like a Christmas, a holiday for me. You get what I'm saying? When really and truly, not everyone, right, is going to be like that. Some people upon a level, I go on before you can penetrate them, clitoris of in your mouth and you suck off that properly. You understand me? And then now them get wet, certain things start come down, and then them all box you and tell you say, come out tight now, should be thin and dry you up. You understand me? And I make you know, say, yeah man, me ready. So when you look on it, some people are like that, while some is not. Now, a man just meet a woman and don't know say the woman is somebody will love oral before intercourse. She have to get her oral before penetration. She have to get oral before penetration. Now, if you don't know that that woman has to get oral before penetration, welcome Simone TV. Welcome. Thank you for being here, my friend. We are in some discussion, so thank you for coming by. So now, if you don't know that she has to get oral before penetration, because that is how she feels comfortable and that is what is satisfactory to her, and you go on and you say you're a man when I really suck pum pum, so because you know suck pum pum, you are gonna make sure say you just go on and wine up, put the body at the entrance and take time, wine it in and rare. The woman, the, the woman, the woman is going to be uncomfortable. Because in her mind, while you the pantapar as a man comes and yeah, wine up in it and go and bad and a claim say, yeah, satisfy the woman and what have you. What they in the back of your mind, I know the pum pum no suck yet. You understand me? So because she tell herself, say, yeah, it no suck yet. No care what you do. She's not pleased. Because she's not pleased, you daddy, you do your best, you do this, you do that. You do. When you look, you daddy are 4 hours, 5 hours, the woman still not come. You come, she not come. And you would have come off, drop asleep, and when you look, you get up, gone somewhere else. Or she would have get up, a cuss. You understand me? She could have get up and go bed, and in her mind, she say, "Me don't know what happened to this or what this man." But the fact remains that she never tell the man plain and straight. Say, "Listen, bossy, let me tell you the truth. Me is a girl where want." She never tell the man, say, "Bossy, me is a girl where like when the pum pum suck before you penetrate me." You understand me? If she had told the man that, that simply means that the man would have known, say, well, either him sign up for that, where the first thing him do, him go brush him teeth and him come and him suck where him a suck, and then him done suck and then him penetrate and him go brush him teeth again. Now, with that in mind, him would have known plain and straight, say, yes, she will be satisfied, she will be comfortable. But the fact remains that she never get it. You understand me? In a fear mind, he's not doing anything. Because that is like fear religion before penetration, eating. You understand me? Now, when you look at some of these females, you understand me? Persons have constantly given them the head thing.
Every or reach back here, so no man. Yeah, or you come back, you set a partner already, you know. So
no man. No man. Right now, you know, the pum pum and the body aspect, me depend, you know. That's some there. Hold on. Now, what you have to understand with it, what that him have now? What you have to understand, you know. You see, in a intercourse, we have to be, should I put it that way? You have to have respect for yourself. You have to be comfortable with yourself in whatsoever sexual activity you are taking part in. You have to make sure that whatsoever you are doing is not going to go against your conscience and the Lord's will. Okay? When
many people don't know how to express themselves.
You see, I'm going to tell you, I don't believe many people, I hear what you're saying, but in my observation, I do not believe, I don't know them, don't know if they express themselves enough at the time, you know. I believe they have fear in expressing themselves. They know how to express themselves, but they are afraid of expressing themselves with certain people. Because certain people might not tell this guy that them want that, but then we get another man and them tell the man before him even say, yo, what this me want, you know, and what have you. So they might be comfortable telling us a certain person this while they will be uncomfortable. I went to go with my phone.
Really, Kerry said, many of us were raised not to discuss these topics or ask our parents. You can't ask the parents them something, they ask.
Oh, you gotta ask your sex education teacher.
Yeah.
All right, listen. I'm not gonna lie to you. Kerry?
So as an adult, you usually have to either figure it out or learn by experience.
All right. So you have to figure it out or learn by experience. Me understand that. So we have to do it that way. But when we have figure it out, many of the time we have to realize that figuring out something at a certain point, many of the time it's two persons there. It's not one person. So while we are figuring it out, we need to communicate. You understand me? Some persons refuse to do that. Now you find out that sexual intercourse, as I have already said, is like an art. You understand me? You do your best with what you have. You have two body, plain and straight that you ask persons what they would rather. You try certain things. If you try certain things, and when you try certain things, you don't see it work out. You understand me? Say you feel low after that and move to something else. You understand me? You have certain people who have different fetishes and all of that same way too. And you find out that in this life where intercourse is expected to be something that is enjoyable, and we have to make that fun, and we have to make sure that is what is called engaging. We have to make sure that it is satisfactory, and we have to make sure say it is exciting. Now, in order for all of this, we don't have to do anything that is against the Lord will, We don't have to do anything that is against the Lord will. You see, what most people fail to understand that which means a man and a woman is going to have sex. When they're going to have sex, the moment them take off them clothes, it means that the body has already started. In other words, the body has already come to the point where, yes, we are going to do this thing. You understand me? So if we're going to do this thing and we go in at the bathroom and we got beard, which means a body well clean and fresh, there is no odor. There is no nobody breath, no smell, no anal no smell, no pumps no smell, no body no smell. You need to understand, say, we reach a point now where really and truly a work to start going, So if a man willing to put in the work or a woman willing to put in the work, they need to know plain and straight, say, yeah, you start do your thing, you can chat to your people, them. You know what? Me know female, right? Where before you have intercourse with them tell you plain and straight, say, you can't go in that, yes, boss, you have to wet me up first, you have to make me wet up first. You understand me? Them now tell you say you have to have oral sex with them. But them I tell you plain and straight, say, yeah, well, you have to do something to make them body. You understand me? Energized to the point where them get wet. You can suck out tongue, you can suck nipple. You understand me? You can do many different things without even going to that point. You understand? So when we look at this thing, we have to realize that, yes, we can communicate, we can enjoy sex, and we can make sure say certain sexual activity is nice and engaging. Now, there is a few no in the bedroom, and I want persons not disrespecting anybody to understand certain things. In the bedroom, a man and a woman must come to the understanding. So certain things you don't do in the bedroom. And if you're going to do it in the bedroom, you are supposed to stop your partner and let them know, say, give me a minute, you do what you do, and you get back to what you do. Now, when I say certain things, understand this. Imagine you as a woman and me as a man, and I lie down flat on my back on the bed, and the woman dey on top and she a whine off the thing. You understand me? And while she a whine on the thing, she did, and she just straighten up and a whine on the thing and then bust one big dirty wing. You understand me? That go kill the vibes. You understand me? Because all of that come down on the testicle and sit and make you feel away. You get what I'm saying? So really and truly, if you're there up there so as a female and you bubble on the thing and you feel that come, you come after that and you tip one side and let go that, and then after a few minutes or a few seconds, then you come on back and start your thing, which means proper respect is shown. The same goes to the man too. You understand me? So kill the vibes. Put a damp upon the moment or the situation. You get what I'm saying? No.
So, Dean, do you remember what happened to Mary Lee?
Yeah, I know.
Then I said she could break and go shower and come back.
Yeah, you take a break. Listen, people have to understand, say, yes, it's for free. Of course, it's for free. But it's not for free while you're in the activity. You have to know plain and straight, say, manners counts. Manners counts. Vibes can cut. Because the moment that happens, a woman are going to say,
come down, she never know. She never not even realize it that come.
But that not happen to you. Respect of that. Respect of that. Stop. Ray, you understand me how you drop? All right, look on it that way here.
No, sir, this crowd. It's one crowd. What she really never curious to say. Oui.
All right.
Big Dan. What you doing?
What? I'm not doing nothing.
Oh.
All right.
I'm really curious to say. I didn't know it's tea party time in the bedroom and proper etiquette and manners must be upheld.
Right. When it comes to the breaking wind, proper etiquette and manners. Proper etiquette and manners must be held when it comes to the wind breaking aspect. My friend, Miss Royal. You see, me I gotta tell you something. You see, in the bedroom, you will hear some woman say, Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. You will hear some man say, what's it, not cloth. You understand me? You will hear some woman say it too. You understand me? In the bedroom. You understand me? Now, when it comes to those language in the bedroom, when a certain point is reached, to us as people, it is acceptable. You understand me? That don't kill the mood. That don't kill the vibes. It don't kill the mood. It don't kill the vibes. You understand me? You have all people in the bedroom. Let me tell you this. Them a do them thing and the neighbor with the 2 doors down, no. You understand me? Say them a do it.
Remember to ask my future husband about this and talk to my mom. Never to do it.
Right. Never to do it. Okay. Right. You have to remember, even the neighbor them down, no, because guess what? You see when that the woman there, I get her proper strapping and thing, and you hear she start cuss up some bad word, you know, plain and straight, say, yes, the man are going proper, him are going good. You understand me? Some of the time, you hear she say, hold it right this up, hold it right this up. No move it, no move it, no move it. You know, say the man are going good. You understand? So, people express, them do them thing in the bedroom, and them get to them goal and them point. There is something where many people need to understand to in the bedroom. If you have a short willy or a short penis, a penis that is about say maybe 5 inch or 6 inch, and you cannot find yourself to like 100% strength where erection is concerned. When you have intercourse with a female and you put in that willy, you realize that while it is there, sometimes the female cough and it fly out. No. And not because she big. Sometimes because the thing too small. Sometimes because when she cough, it was on the way. Okay, thanks, guys.
Mary, you might see me because you can't poop.
No, no.
Yeah,
Thanks,
man.
thanks for your super chat, my friend. Thanks. No, what I say is when she cough, it fly out. It does not mean that the thing I know the right size, you know. It don't even mean say the vagina big or huge or nothing like that. It just means that maybe when the man is outside for then should be tucked back, that was the time when she cough. You understand me? So while him a pull back for joke, she cough that time. So it fly out. You understand me? So even when you're in the bedroom and you go do certain things, you know what plain and straight say you go cough, you come to boom and you grab all the bottom them. You know, you grab the body jar them and hold in there, so you know. So you know what plain and straight say, yeah, when you done cough, it not fly out. You get what I'm saying? Because it not ease up. You get what so sometimes we have to direct with partners them, you know. Sometimes we have to direct with partners. Because let me tell you, even though me as a youth we great on the observation and may do me thing on an expert level, there is still teaching moments, right? Because sometimes you wind up in a something, you know, when you wind up in there, you find out that you are going on good and you raise a certain tempo. And when you reach to that tempo, your partner, you find out, you observe your partner, you realize, say, yes, your partner foot open little wider, and you tell yourself, say, all right, that simply means that me are going good. So me a stay here, so let me see if me increase the speed little. You increase the speed little, and when you look, you see the foot open little wider, you say, yes. And you know, say, yes, you have to continue stay there. So that go, yeah, go on good there, so, you know, because you increase the speed and you find out, say, foot a walk little wider. When you come to Ray and when you start, do your thing now and you say, all right, me feel like me a brush something here, so when me supposed to really go and penetrate pan. And when you look, you feel the person bottom tip up in the ear, you know, say, yes, you're going good. You're going well. So let go of from me stick now. Sure. So you know, plain and straight, so you're going good. So you're supposed to stay right there, so. You understand me? Because at least you find the pot of gold. You know, say, you have some people, you know, they have the female in that position. The female respond in that positive way, which means that you're getting her to that point. You're getting your job done properly. And then stop. Change the rhythm completely. Some of them are get up and pee. You understand me? Which throw off everything completely. Make the female feel upset. You understand me? Because really and truly, that is not the time. You get what I am saying? And all of that. And when you look, your female partner decides, say, yo, you know, say that boy, you not get back your work. You know, say, man, get fired. You understand me? Because let me tell you something, where the females are concerned, they are very, 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 very hungry when certain things are click right, you know, after it a click right, you mash up the meds, you know. Imagine, and I can tell you from experience, the worst thing to be doing is hoping the vagina and you wine properly and go on good and everything, you know, and while you go on good and everybody body respond and the woman are wine pan the thing and you wine up in the thing and things are going good and whatever, somebody can knock your door. Boom, 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 like them are police. For some people that change the vibes completely. Worse if them knock the door and you have to come off and go to them. Everything mash up. The whole meditation. You understand? There's some people will cuss bad word and say, move from my door, not come back there. When me done, me come to you. You understand me? That is how some persons
Every
are.
company have to prepare for staff turnover. Some people might get fired.
You hear that though? Company have to prepare for staff turnover and some people might get fired. That is true. If they not do the work, fire him. That is true. Now do the work properly, fire them. At the end of the day, we still have to realize and remember something though. You have to be careful also. You see,
Man, die for the crew.
yes, so when chuck on the ground, you have to be careful and realize that when you are taking on new workers, right? When you are taking on new workers, their medical record must be clean, their energy level must be up, and they must be single. You understand me? Because at times you take on some new worker, and when you take on new worker, you take on problems on yourself. So sometimes some people is willing to say they will stick with the evil that they know because they know that they don't have any problem there. But at times others might not want to do that. So me understand, yes, the staff now work good, you have to fire him. Me understand that. Because it don't make no sense. You're in a relationship where you're unsatisfied. There is no way for you to obtain maximum satisfaction. And you have to be quarreling with the person. You have to be begging the person. You have to be trying to teach the person. I understand if the person have one little young youth where really and truly you're up in a age certain way full of experience and you really want to train them for really satisfy you. That is okay if you are willing to spend the time to train that person to satisfy you. Now, some persons are willing to do that, and some persons is willing to take teaching. But at times, not every man can be teach. Not every woman can be teach because some persons are so set in their ways that really and truly they do not plan on changing. And because they do not plan on changing, when you try to teach them how to please you, they will tell you plain and straight, say, them not in that, them know where them are do. Because them are big man or them are big woman, so them feel to themselves, say, yeah, them know everything about intercourse, they know everything about sexual activity, they know, but them don't really understand that it's a different person, right? On a level now, there are some females, and I'm not gonna lie, when you look at relationship nowadays, there are some females that are single, there are males and females that are married, you have some males that are single, and when you look at these people and you hear them talk, they will tell you everything about relationship. They have the relationship handbook. Them write it, them print it. Them can tell you from the cover to the back how the handbook is supposed to be, how it is supposed to be done, relationship, everything them can tell you about relationship. But when you check their background, they don't have a relationship with anyone whatsoever. They don't have a surviving relationship. And let me tell you, these are the persons they want to instruct married people, they want to instruct single people, they want to instruct common law people, but they don't have a successful relationship. I don't believe a person who really and truly does not have a successful relationship, sexual relationship, should be advising you who is a married person or was married or is going to be married. You understand me? Or have a common law relationship. It don't make no sense because to me, the only thing these people might be trying to encourage you to do is to lose your present relationship because based on their relationship status, you realize that they were not able to maintain a relationship. Even though at times when you look, them are 40 yard, 50 yard, or 60, and them single, but yet still them a look upon you and I tell you plain and straight, say, you fit run the boy, you fit this, you fit that, and them start tell you all farmer thing. When you take a stock, some of the time, persons listen to them, break up them relationship, and when them say, run the boy or run the girl, and when you look, them and this somebody where you run there, them and this somebody where you run there in a bed, them and this somebody where you run a meet up a place, and them a tell this somebody where you run, say you tell them this, you tell. Listen, there are so many different things going on.
Our single people should not be providing advice to my friends. They can give their opinion, but not tell the couple what to do.
Right. You see, if you were never in the position, you never depend the track for really sustain a couple's relationship, a married relationship, there is no way for you to be in a position to be telling the married couple them what them for doing in them relationship. You understand me? Because at times too, many of these persons have ulterior motive. They might even advise you in the relationship, and if it's a woman advise you as a female, she have her eye on your man. She want the relationship mash up so she can take the man. Sometimes a man, he want the relationship mash up so he can deal with you. Because at the end of the day, he not look out for your interest. He might look out for himself because he might say if he can mash up the relationship. He might look out for, yes, when I say he might look out for him body. He not look out for your interest. He not look out for the fact, say, yes, the Lord like when a relationship is sustained and a relationship grows. You see what I say? Imagine, me I go tell you something.
Because sometimes him not wanting him just want to get the picture.
Him just want to slap the pum pum. Him just want to mash.
Yes, Journey.
Oh, yes, Journey. Me there, man. Thanks for being here. All right. Watch this. Me I study a little story. A woman have a best friend. See? And the best friend there, wherever she want there, and call the woman. And when she called the woman, she say, like she would have called Nadine and say, Nadine, you know when me there? Me there Knoxford Court Hotel. And me just see your husband gone in one room with another woman. That was what she called our friend and tell the friend. The friend said to her, what you just say? And she said, you know, hear what me say? Me just see your woman, your husband up in Knoxford Court gone into a room with another woman. You see, when she said that, she hung up the phone. Now, the husband, they right beside the friend where she just called, you know, so the husband where she had talk about gone in a hotel room with another woman, they right beside him wife. When the call come in, never say anything and I listen. The husband said to the wife, say, what she just say? The wife said to him, say, she said she just see a gone in our hotel room with another woman. Now, when you look at that, what is that woman trying to do? She's telling lie on the husband because she knows she and the woman is good friend and them have a certain relationship and she want to mash up them relationship. If the man never stand up beside him wife, you can imagine what would have happened to that relationship. Even though there was no truth to the relationship, because imagine this, that woman knows the friend longer than how she know the husband, you know, because from time to time she and that friend might grow up. You understand me? And she might have just meted the husband recently. You get what I'm saying? So she would be believing that friend over the husband. You understand? So when you look at these things at times, you have to look at the motive what people have when them give certain information. You have to look at the motive where people have when they might tell you certain things. You understand me? So when you see all people are come and they might tell you about this and that about relationship, not for the time. Not for the time them don't want, listen, not for the time some people that and them see your life, you know, your married life, or them see your common law relationship, or them see your relationship where you have with your man or your woman. And it looks so nice and lovely to them don't want it succeed, you know. Them don't want it succeed. You not do them nothing. The man not do them nothing. But just because your relationship seems like something that is growing, they tell themselves plain and straight that they will do everything in their power to destroy this. And if that even means interjecting themselves in your relationship, in your husband bed, in your wife bed, they will go that distance. They will do it. You understand me? They will watch your house and wait till your man gonna work. You understand me? Them come knock on your door and tell you how them a beg you a cup of ice water and sun hot, and them have to take off them shirt and what have you. And if them can sit down and so liquor, and them dep on them phone and text things and all them something there, and all a take picture and do all from a crap to set you up. You have to be careful of people at times, because when it comes to relationship, they don't like to see relationships survive. They do not like to see relationships survive. And let me tell you something. Some of the women them were out there. Let me tell you this on this platform, plain and straight. You see, when your man is a good fucker man, as you put it, on a level. No, when your man a beat up the pumps properly and something, it's not all the time if you go tell the whole of your friend them. Because telling your friends them will start to cause jealousy. When you go tell your friend them, say, listen, my man can thump up the pum bad. When that the man there deal with my case all 6 times, I come in a one night. Them a tell themselves, rotted after me never come 1 time yet. Me never come 2 times yet. And that a go on fishy. Well, and them enough go get a touch off of the man there. What you think them a go do? What you think them a go do when them a tell themselves they want a touch off of your man? You understand? No for these men out there too, they don't have any backbone. You understand me? Them not have no loyalty. And no for them not strong enough. As them say a little naked body, guess what? Them gone. So you see, when some woman decides, say, yeah, them are gonna make sure say them run down your man or try dash pum on your man to mash up your relationship. Many of the times, the men them, because they do not have certain level, right? That, yeah, because babes, you know, on a level, you know, you have some man, you know, really and truly, you know, them not have no standard. So you see, because them not have no standard, them second for everything.
Self-control.
Listen, of course man needs self-control. But why you think them have a word named loss? Why do you think them have a level? Let me tell you, I have a lot of self-control, you know, but I did not get up today and get that self-control. It is something that I have practiced for years, right? I have been in situations where I have been home by myself and I have to practice self-control because I have to tell myself plain and straight, so right now the pum not there, you know, so what me I go do? You understand me? You have to make sure, so you look on a certain, you have to start meditate on a certain level. And I say, yeah, what? If you not use your hand, leave it alone.
So, well, that's true.
You understand me? You have to be able to practice. Now, some man on a level, I'm going to tell you this, some man don't have no standard, so them fall for everything. They don't have any standard. They fall for everything. Everything we take off clothes and half of them take. Because to them, listen, it is pum and the whole of them different. You know how I practice myself where self-control is concerned? I practice myself by meditating on the cuteness of my wife front. How cute it is. You understand me? And when me remember how cute it is, me start focus on how fat it is. You see, when me focus on how fat it is and how cute it is, then me go back and me say how tight it is. How the muscle them grip me. And me say, when me don't focus on that, me look on it and me say to myself, say, none of them pum no better than my woman one. Me don't need that. It is something that I've been instilled in my mind, because with this sort of meditation, I realized to myself that, guess what? She's not there. You need to wait. If you can't wait, you need to back your fist. And if you cannot back your fist, you need to make sure so you go take a cold shower. Eh? Big up yourself. Bless up. Okay, blessings to you, Elsie. Thanks for coming by. At Grown, big up yourself, you know. Thanks for coming by. Everyone who is on the raid, I appreciate you guys giving me your support. Thanks for coming by, Classic. Really appreciate you guys. All right. Now, understand, when you look on certain things, some man really and truly, they have no self-control, they have no standard, and to them all vagina is the same, and because it is the same, them take anything. A little 10-year-old come give them little pumps, them take it. A 50-year-old give them some, them take it. A 70-year-old give them some, them take it, because they don't have any standard. You understand me? When it comes to sexual intercourse, when it comes to the human body, you have to be careful of what you're doing. You don't take information from persons that never had a relationship that is sustainable. You don't, yeah?
You must behave yourself, child of God in the house. Because when she already, she don't know, she never see the topic, you know.
Okay. Miss Elsie, we are talking about some really sexual discussions over here, you know, and I had made sure I put the topic 18 and over. So thank you for coming by. And as a child of God, Miss Elsie, if Miss Elsie said child of God?
No, somebody said.
Okay, child of God that is here. Thanks for coming by. But as a child of God,
Elsie, a child of God.
Right. And if you guys are a child of God, you should really realize that God loves us all to the point where He gave us sexual intercourse. Please note, it is what God gives us. He promotes, He asks us to be married, and after getting married, make sure that we satisfy our partners. As a matter of fact, in Deuteronomy 24 and verse 5, he said that you are supposed to satisfy your partner for an entire year, not doing any other work. So you must be having your sexual intercourse with your wife or your husband for 1 year straight. No job, nothing other than making sure that your partner is sexually satisfied. So really and truly, Wolipa, a penis must be going into vagina, and vagina must be really dropping on penis constantly, so that at the end of the day, you are not locking your husband and the husband is not locking his wife. Okay, guys, you need to understand that sex is not something that our Father, the Lord God Almighty, was against. He was against and what you call it now, sexual immoral activities, but not sex. The moral sexual activities is okay. A sex activity between a male and a female that is married is legal and ordained by our Lord God Almighty. It is for bringing children into this world. It is for enjoying yourself in such a manner that you will be satisfied, you will be comfortable. And let me tell you something about sex. I will tell you this from the bottom of my heart.
You know that scripture by heart.
It is, and listen, it is by example. I am telling you. I have been stressed out of my mind many times, where it's like the world is on my shoulders. And when my wife give me the pumps, all of that gone. My mind is relaxed, my body is relaxed, everything for me is relaxed in such a way that I do not feel like I have any problems anymore. Even though the bills not pay, right? I might not have this, I might not do that yet and what have you. But I am, listen, you see, the way, the thing is enjoyable and relaxing and make me feel grounded. When I get that, I will get up and clean down the whole house. You understand me? But we get up and clean the floor, clean the wall, clean the bathroom, go out the door, go weed, all form of things. Because guess what? I am what is called comfortable. I am so comfortable because of the vagina, in such a way that it makes me feel grounded, it makes me feel good, and it makes me feel like me can just be at peace and do what needs to be done. Now, there are some persons, really and truly, who, when they have intercourse, it's like a heaven they are seeing. Everything is just right with the world. And that is why I have always said, I don't know if you have looked at some of my videos or live stream, I have always said, on a serious level, the Lord made man, and if he had made man and did not make any woman, I do not think any of us would want to be living here on earth. Because really and truly, I do not see myself. I do not see myself living here without the female and feeling comfortable. Apart from the sexual gratification of a female, when you look at the female makeup, that is also a very great pleasure. When you look at the female makeup and you look at the beauty of a female, when you look at the texture of a female hair, when you look at the breasts on a female, when you look at the butt on a female, the thighs, you understand me? And you look at the female shape and so on, you get this form of love that tells you that, listen, no way, no how I could live on the face of this earth without the females. The females is the one for me. Now, when we look, okay, guys, when we look at the female from this point of view, at times. Oh, okay, Miss Elsie, thanks for being here. I'm going to stream later, I'm going to stream later, but right now I'm on live, reasoning with my fellow people. You boy, oh, I'm gone. I do not see myself living without the female. I have always loved the beauty of the female body. I believe that the Lord gave us the females for us to be happy, for us to live comfortable, for us to realize that He is the Lord God Almighty, and only Him alone could have read our minds so well to know how much we would have loved these females, so He gave them to us. Now, I am not going to tell you any lie. I don't see anything that is out there more beautiful than a female. The female, them is so beautiful. No car we make no beautiful than them. The painting them we make no beautiful than them. They are just lovely. They are just so beautiful. They have everything that a man like myself want. And I believe that the females are also in a category that, because of their beauty, because of the genetic makeup of the female body, because of how they were designed, the Lord was reading our minds when He made the females. He made them in such a way that Adam sinned because of the love for his wife. When you look at that, you'd have realized plain and straight that, look how beautiful Eve must have been. Yeah, look how beautiful Eve must have been. When you look at the Bible, you know, and it tells you about the fact, you know, you would have realized that Eve was deceived by the serpent. She was deceived. But Adam was not. Adam was not deceived by the serpent. He was not. When you look, you know, the serpent has tested Adam already, you know, and realized that him can't go through Adam with that, you know. You understand me? Adam wasn't going to fall that way. You understand me? And He eventually, right? He eventually caused Eve to sin that way. But when you look, who gave Eve the fruit to eat? It was Adam the fruit to eat. It was Eve who gave Adam the fruit to eat, not the serpent. So when you look at it, Adam was not deceived, but he sinned because he loved his wife so much that she gave him the fruit to eat, and he did eat. When you look at it, the Lord said, your wife gave it to you, and you did eat. He did not say, listen, the Lord said, enough to eat from it, and you pick it, and you eat it. You keep that. When him come, you talk to him, but me not gonna eat it. He did not. You understand me? He went ahead and sinned along with it, with his wife. So when you look at it, how beautiful was Eve? You see how beautiful she was? That it cost a man to lose his salvation. Okay? And that is still happening today. There are females out there so beautiful that man is losing their life. And many of us is losing our souls because of the beauty of some of these females. So that show you plain and straight how beautiful the Lord make a lot of these females. And I cannot live without the females. And I cannot live without the vagina. I cannot live without the compassion. I cannot live without the interaction, the physical touch of a female. I do not know how some person do it. I do not know why others continue to state that them can do without man and them can do without woman. I do not see any such activity in this world. Okay, guys? Now, I want to say, I apologize, child of God. You are here on a live today that is a bit raw and straight to the point. And this was how I planned this one today. I'm sorry that you did not catch me while I was on the Mellow Live, but right now I am going to be, putting it down, continuing the live in such a way that we will be speaking from a very, very technical point of view. Now, persons have confused the Lord commands with the will of the devil and their own understanding and thinking. States have decided to change laws, and they have changed the Lord laws to marry male to male, female to female, female to walls. All these things keep happening today, okay? And this goes against the Lord command. Lord command. Now, out there you will hear a lot of females state that them not like man. From time to time you will hear females stating them not love man. Them not like man. And they will tell you plain and straight that they love woman and they were born this way. And let me tell you something, many of the time, when you check these persons' background, their emotional status, you would have realized that really and truly, they are destroyed emotionally because of situations and activities that they have taken part in. When you look at certain situations, they do not want a man in their life, but yet still they purchase a dildo. Okay, even though they don't want a man, they purchase the instrument that to them is the best part of the man and the only thing that they need from a man. So they purchase that, and that is not even a man's organ. It is just a toy that is made. You understand me? To pleasure themselves, to state or feel like if they are having sexual relations with a male. Now, let me tell you something that I have observed based on my little studies. Even when a female uses such a toy, whether it's the rose, it's the dill, it's the finger, it's the sucking and all of that, even after all that activity, they still lack penetration that will get them to that satisfactory level of having intercourse. It is like a man masturbating, and even though he masturbates and orgasm, it does not feel the same as when he has intercourse with his female partner and as wind up in the pum pum and broken it. You understand me? It does not feel that same way. It feels very different. Okay? It feels totally different. And that's the same with even these toys. Okay? You might get a few minutes of pleasure, but after that, the mind goes back into that sensation and that meditation, telling you that, listen, this is not satisfying.
Journey, blessed life journey. Then this turn down, then this tone down. Yes, curse down. Say never want to tone down, girl. Blessed journey come.
Good evening, Blessed Life Journey. Welcome to the live stream. Really appreciate you coming by. I am presently doing an X-rated live today, which is really educating ourselves. I am not an expert that much, but I am here speaking today about the human sexuality and the body, both males and females, and how enjoyable it is, and how much we should all engage and love sexual intercourse. So thank you for coming by, my friend. Really appreciate it. I will be streaming later on this evening, somewhere between 9 o'clock and 8. So, All right. So, guys, please, if you are able to join the membership or super chat or buy me a coffee or anything like that, please go ahead and do so, guys. Now, when we look at the relationship, you will realize that they are still not satisfied with the toy that was used, and they still need human interaction where sexual intercourse is sexual intercourse where it is possible. They still need that. Okay? Many of the time, the persons that operate in such manner, they will state that they were born that way. And we know that our Lord cannot born or make persons be born that way and then judge them about their actions. So no one was born that way. Persons train themselves to be that way. Nadine, my name broke that last there, please. Persons train themselves to be like that. They were not born like that. Okay, guys? Now, on a level, a man will get up and him know plain and straight say him not supposed to be engaging in sexual activity where the anal is concerned. But he tells himself that if it's with a female, he's not doing anything wrong. And we all know that whether it's female or male, it still goes against the principle of God and the laws of God. And because of that, it is still wrong. But based on the meditation of the human beings or our human mind today, we want to change the Lord's laws. We want to change his decrees. We want to put our own understanding to his word and tell ourselves that because this is what we want, this is what God is going to accept. And let me tell you something, that's not the case. What God wants is what he put forth. And what we are supposed to accept is what he put forth. He's not going to change his laws and decrees to suit our preference. If he was able to do that or was going to do that, then the Lord would become a sinner. Because to tell the truth, our righteousness is like filthy rag based on what our Bible states. So that simply means that really and truly, if our Lord was to adjust to our sinful ways and meditation, there would not be a heaven up there today. There would not be a Lord on the throne. And with that in mind, we know plain and straight that relationship that does not involve the penis entering the vagina at a certain, what I would say, age between responsible persons that are married goes against what the Lord states. Okay, the Lord states that, listen, really and truly, you must have your own partner, me must have my own partner. Now look upon it from a point of view where really and truly, if we were to follow this, would you realize, would you see that there would be no sin where things like adultery is concerned? All right, look how I'm going to put this. Look what we're talking about now. If every man was to leave his mother's home, go to the parents of the female that he cares about or fall in love with, and spoke with the parents, pay whatsoever diary was supposed to be paying, and the female was given to him, and she was given to him as a virgin, it would have meant that he was the one who first had intercourse with that female, and they would be married couple. He would belong to she and she would belong to him. And if everyone was to be going through earth with this meditation, understanding, and belief, and this activity was carried out, that would have meant that everyone had their own sex partner. There would not be any reason for persons to be cheating, because you as a male would be the one that first take the virginity of your female partner. So that simply means nobody wouldn't have to be telling anybody that nobody passage big or nobody passage little or nobody sitting too little or too big. No, that wouldn't be a issue. Okay, that would not be an issue because everyone would have had their own. Okay, when you look at sex, God wanted us to enjoy and have sex so much that when he put Adam and Eve in the garden, did you guys realize that they had no clothes on? It was not a shame to be naked when they were in the garden. Did you realize that? The first man and woman was walking around naked as how they were born. It was not a shame. Eve's breast was firmly pushed out in front of her, going through the garden, right all around, walking up and down in the sun, picking fruit, doing whatever she was doing. And Adam was seeing that morning, noon, night, and there was no issue. There was no problem. Eve's private area was exposed to the elements, right? The sun was shining on it, the breeze was blowing on it, and it was not an issue or problem. Okay, Adam was the same. His private area was outside. Eve was looking at it. Sometimes she might look and smile and say, wow, look at me things. But at the end of the day, when you look on it, there was no one out there worrying or saying it's a shame to stay this way. Okay, because God was really there saying to himself that this is what I want. Persons should be having intercourse, enjoying sex, and doing everything in their power to make sure that they populate the earth. Now, when we look at what is taking place today, we are now...
She said,
yeah?
Which scripture she said that?
She said, wow. Okay. You don't worry yourself. You can't imagine Eve now look on Adam every day when she say Adam with the real anaconda and say, boy, my husband thing looks solid. What you talk about? You can imagine what was taking place there. Remember,
mind there.
what kind of mind she never have? Then hold on, how would they be having intercourse? When you look on it in Nadine, Eve must have been over and hold on upon a tree and Adam a deal with it, you know. Because listen, no, think about it, Nadine. No bed never making in the garden, in Nadine. No bed wasn't in there, you know. It's not like there was one pastor pedic bed in there and a divan and what have you. That wasn't how it's set up. You understand me? It was a garden that they were supposed to taking care of, and there were two naked people. And the Bible said that they were to be fruitful and multiply, which means they were to be sexing any time per day, any amount of time they want, and do them thing. That was what they were placed there for. You want tell me, say, Eve never been over and Adam get a backers, or maybe she lie down and what you talk about, Nadine? Them did not enjoy themselves, so why should we not enjoy ourselves with our partner? It is fair, it is okay for us to really and truly enjoy ourselves with our partner, our legal partner, the partner that we are married to. That is what me talk about. Me not talk about people man or people woman. Pan a level is not people man and people woman if you enjoy yourself with, but the one to whom you were married or contracted to. Okay, guys? Now, when I look at it and I see the Lord was okay with sex. You understand me? He was okay with intercourse because he made us for that. He made Adam. After making Adam, the Bible states that when he looked, he saw that there was no one for Adam. Adam was looking at all the animals and him see that the donkey have a female and a male. Him see the horse have a female and a male. Him see the rabbit have a female and a male. Him see the chicken have a rooster and a hen. And he was wondering how it was him alone and no one else. And the Lord did what he wanted to do in order to please Adam. Did you realize that the Bible states that when Adam saw Eve, he smiled and he said, this is flesh of my flesh and bones of my bones, so she shall be called woman. When you look on it, you must realize that when the man see Eve, the man realize plain and straight, say, him have fem woman, him have fem vagina, him have fem, you know, what he needed. You understand me? And God did what he did, performed the wedding, done it in the garden and everything. I know plain and straight say yes. You understand me? They were joined. Right? They were joined. All they were now supposed to do was be fruitful and multiply. Okay? And that is what we are supposed to be doing today. We are supposed to be fruitful and multiplying. We are supposed, as a matter of fact, guys, did you not realize that in many countries now, it is said that the low birth rate is becoming a problem. Almost every country or every continent is having problems where low birth rate is concerned. At one point, family planning was being developed left, right, and center to control high birth rate. And now we have reached a point where we are now facing low birth rate. Why is that? Because guess what happened? The woman then that is supposed to be making sure that them find a man, married to the man, make sure say them a bubble upon the thing and enjoy life to the fullest, bring forth some children, decide that, listen, them rather stay single, them rather go to a different woman, we can't give them any children, and that is causing an issue. The man them was supposed to decide, say, them a take a wife unto themselves and wind up in the vagina properly and live life to the fullest and enjoy it to the max. Them decide, say, they don't want that anymore. Them want a male. Now, when you look at that now, that is shortening everything, because when you look, the man them short, the woman them astray gone elsewhere. What is going to happen? The few people them that is giving birth, after a certain age, they are not going to be able to have any more children. You understand? And then when you look at certain things now, you realize that yes, we are here, but we are now facing low birth rate in many countries because of the fact that the laws have been changed to allow certain things, and allowing certain things is causing everything to change. Now, I am not against anyone who wants to, a female who wants to go to another female, or a male who wants to go to another male. I am not against anybody who want to have them threesome and them foursome. That's their business. I know plain and straight that I have one woman, one wife. And when I look at my one woman and my one wife, I need no one else. Okay? I believe that that is sufficient. That is enough for me. And I believe that if everyone was to be looking and focusing in this manner, then a lot of us would not have this much debt. We would not be having many of the problems that we are having, where persons continue to be unaliving each other over females. You understand me? We would not be having the problem that we are having today, where certain relationship is going out of control. You see, man, I've always wanted to explore. And because of exploring, they have gone over and over, and they have done everything in their power to disrespect the Most High God. They have done everything in their power to go against the laws of God. And because they are doing this, you find out that the earth, is facing the issues that we are facing today. But at the end of the day, there's only one person.
Okay.
Yeah, man. There is only one person, one entity that is in charge, and that is the Lord God Almighty. No one. Oh, why you won't leave me things, boy? You see what him do every time him come and hold it, him go chop on the ground. So guys, listen, on a level, I need everyone to know and realize something. A healthy sexual relationship is good. You understand me? A healthy sexual. When I said a healthy sexual relationship, I want many of the females listening to me right now to realize something. Females, stop weaponizing the vagina. Stop weaponizing the vagina. When I say stop understand this. From time to time, not because you and your husband has a bit of problem, you might be upset with the husband. You're going to tell him that shop lock, no pum pum. That makes no sense. You understand me? At times, you do not realize that when the man get the pum pum, it relaxes the man in such a way that the whole entire load. Good evening, Cass, and thanks for coming by. I really appreciate you coming by. Appreciate your support. You know, thanks for Journey coming by. Thanks for Elsie, the Raiders. Thank you very much. At Grown, big up yourself. You don't know. Thanks for coming by upon the ends. Now, the pumps, from time to time, the females, them have this style where really and truly, when them vex, it's like them are trying to say the pum pum vex too. No, the pum pum don't vex. The pum pum, now care how vex the female is. Let me tell you something. When the penis goes into that vagina and the man whine 2 times and touch certain areas, the whole life wet up. When you feel it, everything I run up and down in there. So you know, plain and straight, so the vagina is not upset with the man. You understand me? The female is the one, our head space is the one that is upset. But the body is perfectly fine. The body is welcoming the penis. It well wants the penis inside there. Some more time, even though the female them vex, me agree, say some of the time them allow the man to take away my take and do away my do. But leave the man to enjoy himself, because you should remember that the Bible states that the body belongs to the man and his body belongs to you. Now, if it's not the fact that you are sick in some way or so, you're not supposed to be withholding the fluff from the man. You understand? Eh? Okay. Understand. You're not supposed to be withholding the man too. You have some man where really and truly them act worse than the woman. And male, you have to understand, say, when a woman want them thing, you're supposed to up. You can't pop down. You have to run it. If the woman wants it 10 times for the day, you're supposed to give it to her the 10 times for the day. Every time she asks you, you're supposed to just drop your clothes and say, see it there. You're supposed to ready, because the woman owns it. It is hers. Let me tell you something. What people need to realize that the moment you start to withdraw the vagina or the penis from your partner, you're telling them that they are not entitled to it. And if they are not entitled to it, what do you think them are going to do? Them are going to look it somewhere else. Or somebody might out there will see what go on and will want to mash up your relationship. But decide, say, all right, for them, don't no behavior front can just run in right there. So because you have some people really and truly them front no class, it not have no behavior. So when them see your relationship are going good and them want to mash it up, them just come dash out them crosses front.
Is that what you know, say, sir?
No, seriously, you have some
courage. I can't bother.
No, you have some people in a really and truly
courage.
Yeah, them have no behavior with them things. You understand me? So the facts of them see your thing Ray, and them see you might have like a problem, them jumping long time around it. Some of them not even, hey, listen, you know, on a level, you know, you have to understand. Sometimes some of the women them too kind with the pum-pum. Sometimes they are too kind with it. Everybody want it and ask it, them give it to them. When you take a stock, it becomes sick. When you take a stock, it becomes no good because the elastic dry out. You know, say enough people never know say the vagina elastic can dry right out. It can dry out, you know. It can burst, you know. It cannot make no sense anymore, you know, because really and truly, it can reach a point where it not grab no more. It not hold no more. That's why you see there is some persons that do what is called the vagina reconstruction, because sometimes the vagina open up too much and it can't do nothing, no grip, no dead, nothing na hold, the elastic burst. Just as when a baby come out of it and the elastic burst and the doctor stitch it back. Sometimes it bursts and it not stitch back none at all, and it not go on with nothing anymore because them use it too much. You understand me? And a more than one man I use up the same area. Them I give it to Tom, Dick, Harry, everybody who asks it, them give it to, and them don't realize it really and truly. If you have some standard, you know, you can't be too kind with it. You understand me? You can't be too kind with, and it's one partner at a time. You're supposed to be dealing with one partner at a time. You can't have too much fire sticker going at the same fireside. No, it's one partner at a time. So you find out that at times, right, the persons that are in charge of the fluff and the penis are the ones that create the problem, because from time to time they use it so much, use it for doing things that really and truly benefits them at no point in time, especially when they get older in life. Now people have to understand, you know, at my age, right, people might be saying to themselves, where him know about them thing there and him is a blind man. Him not even can see the pum-pum. Now, when you look on that aspect and that speech, because I have heard it being said already, me laugh because in my situation, I am glad I am not seeing it. You know why I'm glad I'm not seeing it? Because really and truly, I am better at what I do because I am feeling it, not looking at it. No, then not true. Me not see it. So because me not see it, because then again, I am feeling. You understand me? And most people should realize and know that where the vagina is concerned, where intercourse is concerned, we're not using sight, we're using feeling there, because enough we do it in the darkness. I feel we feel feed for enter. You understand me? Sometimes the female you tell say put it in. You understand? So when you look on it, there is no sight involved. It's really feeling. You understand me? You listen to sounds. You realize if you're pleasuring your female by how she responds. You feel the movements. You feel the wine. You feel whether she tick over up on the left there so and you know plain and straight. So you have to sink it. You tip over up on the right, you know, say or when you sink it and she ease back, you know, say well you reach too far up there so you have to take time with this so you deal with that because it's you're feeling there is no sight involved. And they might tell themselves, say, him can't see, so him no know where matter about him no know nothing. And they don't know that because I am just feeling I have a better range of everything that I am speaking about. I am so inclined and sensitive to what I am doing. I am able to please my partner in 10 minutes if she wants to, in 5 hours if she wants to, in 2 hours if she wants to. All she has to say to me is, me not ready for come yet, you know. That is me because it's something that I practice to do. You understand me? My mind is trained, my body is trained. And when my partner say, all right, hour, 2 hour, me can go. Me can deal with it. Me can angle it. I am never anxious. Yes, at times I am very thirsty because I want it. You understand me? And she might tell me, say, not tonight, not today. And me I say, no man, me we all cuss, me all want ball. But at the end of the day, guess what? Right? I want my things. You get what I am saying? Because I want my things, yes, I will be miserable. But when I get my things, I will not feel, right? Because the fact still remains that I am dealing with the aspect of my female body that I should be dealing with in a manner that I am feeling everything. I am feeling the movements. I am listening to the sounds. I am looking. As a matter of fact, I don't even see. I am feeling the fact that yes, the head is turned to the left and the head is turned to the left and the head turned to the left and the head is tipped up there and you hear some sound, some slight sound coming out the mouth, so you know, say, okay, you have one good that's a youth and you have to go and do what you do. You have to, you have to just go and do what you're doing. We really need to study.
Drink some water.
We really need to study our partners. It is an art. Intercourse is an art. And just as though we put effort and energy in our job, yeah man, you can carry it if you want. You study your job, you study what to do when you're dealing with your job. It is the same way you should consider intercourse to be like a job that you must be good at, you must do well at, and every time you go to work, your goal is to make sure your partner have an orgasm. That is your job. If your partner does not have an orgasm, you have failed your mission. So when you go upon that work, if there is no orgasm for your partner, the mission has been failed. One of the time you have to realize that you must reach a point in your life where if your partner don't have an orgasm, if she tell us that she don't want an orgasm, she want you to do what you do and leave her because she can't manage the mashup right now, or she can't manage the tiredness right now, or she can't manage the weakness right now. That, you understand me? It must not be because you, as the male, tired, pop down. You understand? Thanks. 1 minute, guys. You know what? It's better me drink it out because don't want it come near my plug. It must not be because you as the male not able to continue or carry on your activity. Okay? That must not be the case. A lot of man is being disrespected, you know, and it's because of their performance, you know, and really and truly it's disappointing because at times it causes very serious conflicts, you know. Persons really and truly go out of their way to harm others because they were embarrassed or insulted when somebody tell them that, listen, go boy, you can't this and you can't that, or go girl because this, that. And when you look, another woman I go tell another woman say, because she can't whine in a bed, why she take her man and all these things. When you look at these, right, things, you will realize that many of the time it's because persons really and truly do not take the time out to make sure that their bedroom activity is carried out in a proper manner that will make sure everyone is comfortable. Sorry, everyone is comfortable. Everyone is satisfied and happy at the end of the ordeal. When we look at relationship today, when we look at relationship today, the young people, or many of the young people, they have more than one sex partners. And they have more than one sex partner. Every time intercourse is done, it is done differently. Sometimes it is done with different, what I'd say, style and tactics. You understand? It is done with different style and tactics. Sometimes a man might be having intercourse with a lady or a young girl, might be having intercourse with a youth, and she jump up and lock her waist, her foot them round him waist, and him hold her up, and him have her in a that position while she maybe lean on the door or lean on the wall, and them are go and do them thing, and they might walk from this side of the room, go over to that side of the room. And let me tell you, it is a very nice activity doing it that way. It is very nice to know that you can find someone with that light that you can lift up and carry that way across there, so in that position, and enjoy yourself. And then when you take a stop, you might go meet a fluffy the other day, and the fluffy them can't lift up none at all. So you have to make sure that the fluffy them on the knee, and you might do it that way here and all of that. And when you look at the end of the day, is me and woman we might have a serious relationship with will realize that when it's time for she and him to work, the energy is not there, and he might go say something out time mouth, like him go call somebody else name and all of these things. And when this happen, you realize that it start create problems, because many of the time, in these relationships, sometimes man make error, call woman need a woman name, and that's why on a level, maybe tell you something, and believe me, in the bedroom, a man must never talk. He must never talk in the bedroom, okay? At no point in time he must be talking. He must be studying the partner and working, because if him ever go sleep and say something, anything him say can backfire and make the ordeal very uncomfortable and end the activity right away. Okay? People need to understand that even if you're asked a question many of the time in the bedroom by a female that you are having intercourse with, play like you're deaf and don't answer. Play like you're deaf and don't answer. Go and focus on what you do and do what you do. Because any answer that you give is going to be the wrong one. So you do not answer while you're having intercourse. Okay, guys? That is a rule where you're supposed to know. Okay? The bedroom is not the place where you really talk. You understand me? You have females where when it come towards intercourse, that's the time they want to question you. You understand me? You will hear things like, how were you did the last night? Oh, you come in so late this. No, this is not the time for those questions to be asked. What you did there last night? Oh, you come in so late today? Things like, you love it? It feel nice to you? Things like, it better than your first girl? The girl where you used to deal with one better than mine? All these questions are questions where I'm going to put you in a problem. It does not matter what you answer, you're going to be in problem. So many times when you hear females start bring up question while you're in the bedroom, don't answer or end the interaction, the sexual encounter, go find something do. Make sure stay there and think about our questions then. But don't engage that. Okay, do not engage that. If you want to have a peaceful and prosperous life. Me don't want many female might be vexed to hear me say that, because many of the time it's when the man and the woman lie down on the bed and the thing are going good and the penis reaching and it's something at them time that them ready for ask questions. And answer you good I feel whining stop. You understand? And you're gonna hear, come on for me. You're gonna hear, get up from your so. Liar tell. All these things. When you look, the woman want to war at the time when really and truly love making is what you're about. Intercourse is what should be happening. You understand me? Because of what? When the question was asked, you open your mouth and answer. No, you have to be smarter than that, gentlemen. You have to be smarter than that. When you're talking to your spouse or your partner, and you're having intercourse, you need to make sure that it's after, not during. Guys, I really appreciate you coming by, and I am glad that there's no underage person right here. I also must say, really appreciate you guys in the way that I appreciate you so much. I am so glad that you are here. I must say, Classic, really glad that you're here. Elsie, respect, big up my friend. When you meet here, you say, how old you is? I'm not telling a lie. Me not answer that the question there. You not guess no female age either. When you get female age, you're going to be in problem also. So we not guess female age. You understand? So you don't know the thing set, Elsie. I must say, my friend, Journey of my life, thank you for coming by. Blessed Journey, thank you for being here. Really appreciate you guys. Cares, they are with me from when? Simone, big up on yourself. You don't know. Outgrown, thanks for being here, my general. Everyone who is here, I really appreciate you guys. Everyone who is in the background, not typing in the chat, really appreciate you. I am not going anywhere really and truly, I am just really welcoming everybody, letting you guys know that really and truly appreciate the support, I am going to be streaming. Okay, Elsie, all right. No, I'm not going, Elsie. I'm not going, man. Elsie, I am not ready as yet, my friend. I'm not ready as yet. I am not ready as yet. I wanted to really. Nadine, I'm a speaker that I drop push something in. Okay. Oh, it sounds like the USB man trouble. The UPS man trouble. Okay, sorry guys. All right, listen. How about that, Nadine?
No bottle. No, one can claim, so Come.
I I am at times feeling a bit worried about the young people. And why I say I'm feeling a bit worried about the young people, you need to understand something. Back in the day, our parents did not inform us about sex. And we, growing up, realized that we have children and we need to be wiser than our parents. And because of this, at times, we try our best to instill a bit of information where intercourse and sex is concerned with our children. Even though we try our best to teach them that you need to have intercourse with someone that is your partner, you need to be married before picking up such responsibility. We tell them that you need to have a foundation so that in case you are having intercourse and you should bring forth a child into this world, you will be more, what I would say, more grounded and have a foundation to stand on. Even though we teach our young children and the young people this, you will realize that a lot of young persons will not obey or follow the instructions that we give them. We have made our mistakes back in the day, and we see that the young ones or the youngsters continue to make their own mistake as well. Because of this, we will find youngsters or younger persons having children at very early age. They did not practice safe sex, even though we try to encourage them to. We will find young ones having HIV at an early age because they did not listen, or maybe we did not inform them, or maybe we did not, what I would say, be so strict that we track them, trail them, investigate about everything because we wanted to give them the benefit of the doubt, knowing that they are our children, and we teach them better than what we are seeing. Okay, so from time to time we say to ourselves that our children has more sense. We have taught them about the world. We have taught them about STDs and STIs. We have taught them about being responsible. We have taught them about having children out of wedlock, having relationships out, intercourse out of wedlock. We have taught them about all these things, and we expect that because we went ahead and give them the necessary information, arm them with the necessary information, they are going to listen and they are going to follow what they were told, only to realize that they still eventually get syphilis, HIV, or sometimes AIDS. They still get pregnant out of wedlock. And at times, they are embarrassed to even attend church because they know that they have a child which is out of wedlock, and the church is going to be discussing their business. Now, between me and you, yes, it does happen. The church does discuss their business and even blame them for their actions and activity, but it does happen. It do happen, and at times we can do nothing about it. All we have to do is forgive, brush them off, and try to really uplift them, encourage them, and continue with them, because the mistake have already been made. Now, let me tell you something. At times, persons will speak and say things that will cause you and I, as a parents, to believe that you were the one that failed them, or you were the one that did something wrong. And I want to tell you, as parents, that believe me when I tell you, you did your best. You did not fail your children. The fact still remains that even though you teach them what they needed to know, they have their own meditation and they have their own intentions. At times, they have their friends as well, whom, because of peer pressure, they do things behind your back that gets them into problem that was not your goal or your will. You did not sit down and not teach your child what needed to be done, what they need to know, what sex is about, what they should not be doing from what they should be doing. As a matter of fact, a lot of parents also made sure that they provide even condoms for their children, whether they be male and female, but yet still they come in with pregnancy while living with parents. When we look at this situation, we realize that yes, it is going to happen, and it does happen. And it happened because everyone wants to make their own mistake. No one wants to listen to us because to them we are old. Our time has passed. And if it was good enough for us to have children at age 14 and 15, why can't they do it as well? Not knowing that the reason why we as parents asked them not to was because we have seen where having children at this early age set us back. Enough of us, or some of us, studies were paused. It was paused because many females drop out of school before they reach the age of 18 because of pregnancies. When you look at even this situation, it affects female more regularly than male because the female is the one that is carrying the child. And when we look at this, we try to keep our children from going down this road. And it does happen because at times they do not listen. And persons try to give parents the blame. I want to say, in this situation, parents, you are not to blame. You have been a good parent. You have teach your child, but they just don't want to listen. And because of this, you find out that they are becoming pregnant. A lot of males have, what I would say, already removed their dignity because they have given away the vagina to so much different persons that their name is on lighthouse top. Everyone has their business out there, criticizing, discussing, and classing our children at times because they make the wrong decision. I want to tell you that at times, some of these children decide to give a little man a toucher for the vagina. And after that man get the touch, him get up and come out. And when you look at a man walk in and want for them turn and take it. And let me tell you something. Even these activities is very hard and traumatic on the children. But many of the time they do not tell us what is happening or what happened. They do not. Because they are ashamed. They did not expect what took place. And with that in mind, they do not even want us to know that they were sexually active. And because of that, you find out it's when the belly starts showing, that many of us know that these children that we are growing is sexually active. It is disappointing, and at times, yes, we are shocked, we are alarmed, but this is just the world that we're living in. And people need to understand that at times what we have to do is pray that the relationships that they start will be beneficial to them. Because let me tell you something. Many of the time when you look at the persons that our children going to school have as sex partners, you want to do something that is going to cause you to go to jail. Because really and truly, some of these people could be their grandfathers. Some of these people could be their grandmothers. Okay? But yet still, they are saying that it's them man and them woman. And you and I know that we did not grow our children this way, and because of this, it have you upset. You understand? It have you cross and hungry. So at times, when we look at what is taking place in this world and what is happening, on a daily basis, we have to be exercising patience. We have to be exercising patience, because let me tell you something. Sometimes, say when your children go there and give it a pum pum sometime, or the body, a thief, them a thief a little piece, and during the time a thief in the little piece. You understand me? Them get pregnant. Sometime during the time a thief in the little piece, man catch something. You understand? Right now, to tell you the truth, me kind of glad say maybe even the crab them dead out. Because really and truly, if them never dead out, you can't imagine what they're not going now. If those louse was still around. Let me tell you something, guys. We are teaching our children. We are trying to get the best out of them. We really and truly want the best for them. And we realize that a lot of them is going to make their mistake and do what they want, and we can do nothing about it. Because if you are going to do something about it, then your mortgage is going to stop pay, your light are going to cut off, your water are going to cut off, your internet are going to cut off, no food not going in your house, because you have to go and walk back at them daily and watch them. You might have to go end up sit down in a classroom where them are in a tech class, just to make sure say at the book them a focus on instead of is someone's vagina or penis. Because really and truly, once they get a chance, they do what they want, not what we tell them to do. And yet still, persons continue to say, them parents grow them so, them parents this, and them parents that. And let me tell you something, we as parents have been given basket to carry water. At times we are blamed for things that is not true. It's not the case. But what happened to persons out there when they want to point the blame? When they want to point the blame, who they point on? The parents. According to them, the parents is the one that should be given the blame. Because guess what? Whom will they be able to find when it's time for action? Only the parent. Let me tell you something. If your little daughter, when you are sent a high school or something, go out there and get pregnant, and when they get pregnant, the government want to find somebody to hold responsible. They might not be able to find the father for the baby, but they will find you, the mother for the child, or the father for the child. Them not going to be able to find the father for the baby. Because enough of the time, even From the girl say she pregnant, father disappear because him gonna look somebody else to breed. Because guess what happened? Him never want no responsibility. That wasn't what him wanted. He wanted the pum pum. You understand? Him got the pum pum, but him don't want what come with the pum pum. So at times when you look on the thing, you have to realize that many of the time, we as parents are the only one that can be found. We are the one who get up and stand up to that responsibility. As a matter of fact, even though we don't want to be grandparents, we end up being grandparents. You understand me? And we don't want the responsibility. But because we know that if we do not step up to the plate, they are not going to strive. They are not going to develop. And someone is going to fail. We try our best to do otherwise. So when we look at this situation, we still speak to our children, the young ones. We let them know that, listen, not because you got married before intercourse means that you have to do the intercourse first before marriage. Sometimes, really and truly, if both persons are virgin, there is not a problem there. Because at the man I got first punch at the holy night. So when it punch, it means that his film size is going to fit. Enough people don't realize that. If him bore it, that simply means your film size it go fit. Don't. So I don't have nothing to worry about. Right? But they don't think that way. As a matter of fact, many of the relationships that are there today is not virgin related. I have never taken a virginity. You can believe that? I have never taken a virginity. All my females have been older than I. So imagine something like that. I don't know what a virginity feel like, except my own. You understand? So when me think about it, I realize that, listen, I am here and I can speak about certain things because of my experience. Okay? The young ones, they at times do not really understand that, listen, you know, we have to hold ourselves to a certain standard. You understand me? And hold themselves to higher level where maintaining themselves and children is concerned. We have what if something pass you? Okay,
Children are very curious and human hormones are very real. Parents have the responsibility to discuss these topics at appropriate ages because social media is already teaching them. Yeah, as parents, we can do so much and no more, and just pray they do the right thing.
Exactly. That is true. That is true. And let me tell you something. I am going to say something that you might not believe. Social media is teaching our children, and social media is not always teaching our children the correct things. I have realized that even the kids program that our kids continue to watch is being corrupted by misinformation, right? I have heard a few and it upset me the other day, but I leave it alone because I hear one social media influencer teaching the child that there is boy, which means there is male and female, and also others. So when the child was asked what sex they were, there was male, female, and others there. And really and truly, you and I know there's no others when it comes to sex. There is either a male or a female. And persons now want to teach our children that it's not only male and female, but there is others. You understand? I don't see where them going with certain things, right? Even on application forms, they want to do certain things. But at the same time, I hope our children are smart enough to realize what the word of our Bible states. And when we teach them, speak to them, I pray that at least they take some things away from what we teach them. You understand? Because really and truly, I'm not gonna lie to you, you know, some of them young stars here, when them a bubble, when them a bubble upon the penis or a wine up in the vagina, you know, if we ever catch them, you know, we gonna drop down because them bother that with sometime them activities and them action where them are going with. You da shock out of your mind because you da not tell yourself, say, no, that's not your son or your daughter. You understand me? Because the way you grow them and the way they might act and operate around you. Some of them is like them can't mash hands. But when, you know, you might go catch them in a certain position or what have you, you could have drop down. Because all of them will heap of gymnastic and something the way you see them do, you go and say, hold on, me never bad so at that age. So how them good so? So sometimes when we look upon it, you know, and we think about it, we know say we are teaching what we want them to learn, but some of them very sneaking. They are very sneaking. Let me tell you that. They will shock you with their activities and performance. Sometimes, if you hear some of their arguments, you know, it's worse. You then wonder where them learn all of that. And I realize that yes, social media have a great deal to do with it, but also peer pressure. Peer pressure have a lot to do with it as well. And when I say peer pressure, let me tell you what I am speaking about. I am speaking about peer pressure in the sense of, you know, you have two female best friends going to school. One get pregnant, and because she get pregnant for the boy, and him out there so and what have you, and the friend not pregnant, you find out say and she not even have intercourse because she done destroy her future, right? Have a stigma trailing behind her that she had child at a certain age and she had to drop out of school. She might be thinking to herself that she need to get the other young lady in the same position. You understand me? At times they are set up, even when they are not set up. You know, Nadine, what I'm doing? Okay. So when we look at certain things, we have to really be careful also. We have to encourage our children that they need to keep better friends, good friends, you know? A lot of things we have to be teaching our children. Intercourse nice, sex is nice, it's sweet. Yeah. And I don't mean sweet in the sense of taste. No, I mean sweet in the feeling sense. Okay? It is sweet, it is nice, it is enjoyable, but it must be done responsibly. Okay? Let me tell you this, on a level, and people might not. You see, if you're a 50-year-old and you go up on your head top and cock up it in the ear and give your husband a deal with it proper, and you legal. You understand me? That is what you should be doing from you can manage it. You understand me? Even when you are 60 from you can manage it, you do it. You understand me? But at the end of the day, we need to understand, say, nobody now tell nobody, say, if them can't manage that or this up, them for go force themselves and damage themselves to do it. Now, on a level, we as male always when I look at certain situation. Always eat when menstruation time come around. It's not something that we welcome or we are glad to know about. You understand me? Because that means a break in activity. So when our partner pass that stage and reach a stage where, there's no more, we're glad. You understand me? Things nice. Life great. We don't have to worry about that anymore. You understand? It's good, great, and life just start. You understand? Now, at certain age, a man might say to himself, say, because me hear people speak about it many times, when a man reach certain age, a man are dead. So because film thing dies, him can't enjoy intercourse anymore. So I believe that if that is the case, while your thing's alive, you must enjoy it as much as possible. And the female, them should know that while the man something up, at them time they have to dash out the thing upon the man. Believe me. Give the man whole heap. Kill him with it. Because at the end of the day, when time it not there, it can't stand up. Good no more. You understand me? What you gonna do? You can't catch it up, You understand? It not have no use again. Some more time when we look upon it from that point of view, enjoy yourself sexually. You understand me? With your partner. You get what I am saying? When you look upon things like menopause, if that's the stage you're at and you're free to enjoy yourself and have intercourse, angle your business, enjoy your sex life, make yourself sex life happy, make it joyous. You understand? Enjoy it as much as possible. You get what I am saying? Because really and truly, if a man reach, say, 55, 60, and when him reach 60, him become impotent, which means he can't stand up no more. Dead like a door now. Look upon it that way here now. 60-year-old and that happened to you. Him don't get 50 years with a sexual activity, Because some of the time, enough man not start them early there when it come to intercourse, You understand me? Enough man, because them grow up and them a move like them shy or them afraid to talk to woman and thing. Them not get nothing so early. You get what I am saying? So some of the time, we not even get 50 good year out of the thing. So more time when time you see a man hope and want the thing, give it to him. Because at the end of the day, when him not have it figure, you're not going to get none. Unless you go out, they go step out. You understand me? I'm going to give you the thing. And when you don't give you the thing now, you say, boy, because no woman where you give you the thing, that's the blame, That's the excuse, The man not stand up. Right? So she have to give it away because she want it. What about the fact say sometimes the man want it and the woman say she cannot manage? You understand me? What about when the man want it and the man say come sit down on it and the woman say she can't manage that? What about when the man say put your foot up on my shoulder and the woman say she can't manage that? What about when the man say bend over and she said she can't manage that? What about when the man say, all right, lie down on the counter and she said she can't? These are the things where more time when you think about it and look on it, you have to realize they are different period of time between people. Just as how the man reach a stage at times where he might can't manage certain things because them thing gone down. The woman reach a stage at time to where fear things, sensation gone completely, so she not interested in that anymore. It's not that the vagina is not there. Yes, the vagina is still there. As a matter of fact, it might look longer when you see it, But even though it is still there and it look longer, there's no sensitivity there. There's nothing there that state that, listen, may want feel that sensation that I used to feel when I was 14, 15, 30. You understand what there's no sensation like that there. If you look, for most female, when you reach a certain age and reach a certain stage, they are not even able to have intercourse because the vagina dries out. Okay, a lot of time it dries out. So when you take a stock, you have to be buying things like KY jelly and all that. Now, when you have a female way, really and truly fair body just generate liquid regular constant, and you have to thank God for that female. You have to say yes, big up yourself, baby love, because you have to say big up yourself, baby love, because you're the best. You understand me? Everything up. You get what I am saying? Everything up. Because many of times you have persons that buy these KY jelly and all these things to use to have intercourse. And while they are using them, they start having things such as infections. You understand me? So really and truly, even though they buy some product to allow them to have intercourse without peeing, because they lubricate the vagina with the KY jelly, it causes other issues. Okay, it causes other issues. Now I want to say to you guys, thanks for coming to this live stream. Really appreciate the support, guys. Really appreciate you coming. Bless up, Cares Royal, Bless Life Journey. Guys, if there's any buy me a coffee, please give it. If you want to join the membership, please join. If you want to subscribe if you have not as yet. If you want to, give me a gift, you can. Just please note that I am just asking you to please support the channel. I am going to be streaming a stream sometime tonight, as I have said, and it's going to be named Earn, and it has some information there, and it's just Nadine. Okay. It has some information there. Yeah, bless up, Cares. Big up yourself. Respect to you. I must say thanks for your super chat, Cares. Really appreciate it. I must say you are been a member with the channel for a while, and I appreciate that as well. Simone has been a member, and I appreciate that. I pray that one day I will get some more members. I also pray that one day I will reach certain level. I must tell you that apart from that, I am glad for the support that I have received. I am also happy with the support that I am receiving. Guys, I want to say blessing and thanks to you all. And I will say it because I am someone who is not really able to jump on my device and run to a channel and so on. And from time to time, I have to ask persons for assistance and so on. And you guys know my situation, and you have made it a point of duty to really give me some support as soon as I have started a stream or a live. And I must say, I really appreciate that. I thank you for being that supportive, even though at times I realize that I might not be able to return that support, or sometime I am able to, but that still state that you continue to give me the support, you continue to be in my corner, and I thank you for being that way, because really and truly at times persons become frustrated and bad mind and decide to no support, or and that's not the way you people deal with your blind visioneer. And I want to say, love you all and thanks for that support. Thanks for really coming to the stream. Thanks for listening to whatsoever I have to say. I know that I am not perfect. I at times might say something which might be an error, but at the same time, I know that you are smart enough and wise enough to know what I am saying or what I want to say. So I appreciate you guys for giving me your support. Really appreciate you guys for the support. Thanks very much. And I must say I'm going to stop this live at this point. Okay. Um big up journey of my life who might be in the background still, you know. Classic, big up yourself, blessings. Grown, big up yourself, Elsie, child of God, big up yourself and blessings. I want to say bless up to everyone who came by. Cares Royal, big up and bless up same way. Simone, big up and bless up same way. You don't know, you know. Really appreciate the support, guys. I hope I was not too raw today, but I need to let you guys know that at times you have to be straightforward. You have to speak plainly so people can understand and they do not interpret what you say in a way that is incorrect. Okay? You do not want, when you speak, anyone to be wondering what you're trying to get across or say. So from time to time, you will realize that I have to be very plain and blunt with my situation or with my information when it comes across. Okay, guys? Nadine, come now. Yeah. Thank you, guys. Thanks for coming by. Really appreciate the support. Bless up. Until later, guys.
Cares
Until later.
joined the 5 months membership.
Okay. Really
Yeah.
appreciate. Thanks for your membership,
Cares.
Mr.
Face anything to say, tell them
Yeah,
all
man.
right,
Yeah, man. I tell
Bye,
everybody.
Cares.
Bye, guys. Bye. I will be back shortly. Bye.